We've got to tear some covers and stuff off this machine to get it greased up and tuned up and checked out. We're going to try to get this put on a pickup and go out to some higher country and try it out. Check out a few fasteners to make sure they're snugged up well enough. Don't need anything vibrating loose and coming apart while we're trying this thing out. Want to minimize as many problems as we can possibly get away with. So this unit doesn't really have a disconnect. The only way you can stop the auger is to just literally shut the engine off. But it's a good thing to open this up. See, I've got a few strings on that belt. I'm going to just cut those strings off for now. I'm going to grease that fitting up. Grease all the other fittings up on the auger. And we're going to take this out and try it out. They're all gone. Overall, the unit is pretty good shape. Everything takes grease. And the fraying on the belt turned out to be a damaged tensioner pulley down there on the bottom of the belt. Looks like somebody hit a rocker or set it down on something. So I straightened that out with a pair of channel locks. Hopefully it won't be fraying that belt anymore, but I'll probably get a set of belts just to have for backups for this thing. So I was told that when I bought this thing, it was set up for a Meyer snowplow frame, and this friend of ours has a Fisher plow on his truck, but with a slight adjustment of the arms, it fit that frame just fine. So we'll try it out and see how it does. This one's name is Grizzly. He's another doggone stick supervisor. Just gotta throw the ball all the time. All of his windrows down through his driveway here are hard, icy, snow-packed, and very difficult to even shovel. So we're going to see how good this snowblower will do peeling this stuff off. It's going to be a workout for it, I'm sure. Now he just put chains on the front tires of his truck. It's basically all he really needed. But you can see the rear end of the truck sliding out from time to time. That's actually worked out pretty good for him. When he went to back up, he was already aimed out to the middle of the road. And he just blew the road to the one direction up here. Had a prevailing wind, kind of northerly, and it helped get that snow clear out away from the road altogether, so he can get his driveway a lot wider and give him a place to snowplow from here on out. Each side of that blower have shoes on it, and they're adjusted down a little way so he has maybe an inch or two between the cutting edge and the ground. That kind of helps prevent picking up rocks and stuff like that, so it doesn't tend to shear the pins near as much. But he picked up some extra shear pins just in case. When he brought this up to his place, he said that it didn't feel much heavier than just a regular snowplow blade, so that's a good thing. I mean, it is heavier. It has that 4-cylinder engine on it. I'm sure the auger adds a little weight to it, but not that much heavier than a regular snowplow. And you can see that blower just peeling big ice chunks and blocks out of the bank in front of the auger, and then that auger does a good job of chewing those hard chunks up and blowing them away. I did notice that the engine isn't running at its optimum. I am going to have to pull the carburetor off and totally clean it, which I expected to do that anyway because the thing's been sitting for a while, so I'm sure the jets are slightly plugged up. But overall it starts easy and runs good. It just I don't think it runs quite up to par like it should, and that's probably because the jets are undersized right now. So during this tryout of this snowblower, we did find out that the chute motor went bad. It just so happens I happen to have one just like it, so I'll be mounting another motor on that to run. It's just a little winch with a drum on it, and the cable's wrapped a couple wraps around it to turn the chute. Other than that, everything else seemed to be working really good on it. I was a little bit cautious standing in front of this snowblower because they tend to blow ice chunks or rocks out in front of them. And in fact, me and that dog were out in front of it at one point, and it did blow a rock out in front of it. Almost hit the dog. The dog was looking at the rock wondering what the heck's going on here.